Never before has self-care been so important. Leaders at all levels need to consciously work on taking better care of themselves. And today, I'm going to help you refuel your energy. I meet a lot of people who don't take care of themselves. Many of them are unhappy, which anyone can observe by the way they carry themselves. Here's the truth. How you feel will reveal itself somewhere in your body language, the look in your eyes, the energy you project onto those around you. When I ask leaders about self-care, the most common response I get is, "You're right, need to work on that," or "Yeah, things are crazy right now. As soon as things settle down, I'm gonna start doing that." Here's the reality. Things are always gonna be crazy. If we're honest with each other, we all have more things to do than the time to do them. That's never gonna change. What has to change is how we approach the things that require our attention. In our rush to get the things done, to get everything that we need to get done, we assume that our energy is always flowing, that we have like this endless supply. Let me give you an example. Every morning I wake up and I come downstairs and I go into the kitchen and I flip the light switch. Never once, not once, do I stop to consider if the circuit breaker is working or if the lights are plugged in. I just assume they're gonna work. The same is true about our energy level. It's easy to go about life assuming that your energy will always be there when you need it, but that's not always the case. To be effective, to get results of any kind, we all of us, need to refuel our energy level. Imagine for a second, if you forgot to charge your cell phone overnight, and we've all done that, and you woke up in the morning and it was a dead battery, and the phone would not be of much value to you unless you recharged it. We've all had days when we've run out of juice and we need to plug into something in order to recharge. Whether we're willing to admit it or not, whether we like it or not, we live in a culture of more, more, more. We've been programmed to believe that in order to succeed, we have to work long hours, right? And yes, trust me, I get it. At times this may be true, but over the long haul, it's not sustainable. And if you don't take the time to refuel your energy, trust me, you will eventually burn out and become ineffective. Not having time for any physical activity is unhealthy. Skipping meals or eating fast food on a consistent basis is also unhealthy. Feeling perpetually tired and exhausted, guess what? Is unhealthy. Being constantly stressed out is unhealthy. All these unhealthy habits make it harder to achieve our goals. I can say this because that was once me. The old me never believed in taking breaks. I mean, I used to think I was some like machine that I could work 8 to 10 to 12 hours straight, especially when I was working on a deadline. And if I hit a roadblock, I would convince myself that just had to power through. Like, after all, that's what successful people do. And regardless of how much I struggled to figure something out, I always would keep at it. And guess what? The task at hand always took longer than I had hoped. I learned, and I'm telling you this because I learned this the hard way, that it's impossible to produce high quality work without giving our brain some time to recharge. Today, I no longer consider taking breaks as, quote, wasting time, right? In fact, I now take walks in the middle of the day. Why? To reignite my creativity. And what does that do? That increases my productivity. For me, a simple 10, 20, 30-minute walk in the middle of the day does wonders. In fact, just being outside like this clears my head. The fresh air, I just love the fresh air, right? Gives me that break from staring at a screen all day long or being on a video call, or it gives me that mental reset I need. And I can't tell you the number of times that when I was struggling, I discovered the answer I was looking for on my walk, and I would just pop open my phone, the notes app on my phone to make a note to capture it. And here's the crazy cool part. When I got back to my desk, after a quick 10, 20-minute walk, I was 10 times more productive, and guess what? 10 times more energized. Energy, and I say this again, energy provides the capacity to accomplish more in less time. As busy leaders, and we're all busy leaders, we have to work hard at establishing new self-care habits. Why? To recharge our energy. I want to give you some ideas to at least get you started to seed you with some things. Some basic ones that we all can do. First of all, exercise and hydrate. You have to keep moving. My grandmother, who lived at a very long age, I once asked her, I said, Grandma, what's your secret? And she said, it's like, you got to drink lots of water, right? And you got to do something, like you got to keep moving. My advice is do some kind of physical activity 3 times a week. It added years to my grandmother's life. Every hour, stretch. You can't be on back-to-back calls all day long. As you transition between calls, even if they're back-to-back, stand up, stretch, grab your water bottle, take a drink. Let others see you stretching and drinking at the beginning of a call. Trust me, no one cares. And you as a leader will role model the way for others that hydration is important. Take a call outside like this. As the weather starts to get nice, consider taking a call or 2 outside. For me, sitting on my back deck like this does wonders for my soul. Who cares if the birds are chirping in the background? I mean, seriously, who cares? I would also encourage you to get an online meal tracker. There are a ton of free ones out there. I mean, I personally use myfitnesspal.com and I don't get compensated for them, but I use it to set goals and track what I eat. And if you're gonna go visit a restaurant, I get online to visit their menu beforehand, and I can't tell you the number of times like something I thought was healthy was in fact not. Another one is get a professional support group. There's nothing more powerful than getting help. Identify one or more people in your network that you can solicit help from. Personally, I've had a coach for the last 14 years. You know what? Been life-changing. I've also been in 3 or 4 mastermind groups. Guess what? Life-changing. Make time for family and friends. If you're overloaded at work, and many times we do that, a lot of times we just want to come home and crash or veg out. It's important to take the time and make the time for family and friends. Intellectually, we all get this. It's harder to put in practice. There are no excuses. Do what Nike says, just do it. Schedule cleanup time weekly. Dedicate time at the end of each week to clean up on loose ends. Something you missed. Personally, I do this on Saturday mornings. I review the things I forgot to get to. I call that list my oh shit pile, like, oh shit, I forgot to get to this. I also spend time reflecting on the past week's accomplishments, and I follow up on those things I just forgot to do. I strongly suggest you do the same. And the last one I wanted to tell you about is self-education. Jim Rohn, who is a mentor of mine, used to say, formal education will make you a living, self-education will make you a fortune. Most people struggle holding themselves accountable. Self-educate yourself by surrounding yourself with others you can learn from. You not only learn faster, but you're able to navigate through adversity and have a larger impact. Who can you learn from? Here's the reality. You cannot give what you do not have. A leader's investment, our investment in ourselves, is an investment in the team that we support and the company that we work for. We, all of us as leaders, need to stop viewing self-care as some indulgence that takes us away from work and start viewing self-care as a way to make us more productive for work. Here's the truth. If you want to accomplish more than you ever thought possible, you need to take better care of yourself. It's the fact. If you want help with this, I encourage you to get my Power Week Power Life system. Not only will I teach you how to create a rhythm routine to get things done more efficiently, but I'll also teach you how to free up time for yourself. That's why I call it Power Week Power Life. The link is in the description if you're interested. Okay, if you like this video, do me a favor, give it a thumbs up. If you got some aha moment, add a comment below, right, related to your business. And of course, subscribe, because each week I'm sharing content to help you and your team embrace change, focus your efforts, and accelerate results. We'll talk to you soon.